Shout out to DVD Era TV. Salute. DVD era, Sub-Zero was a monster in the DVD era, son.
Now listen up, all my subscribers and all my viewers. I've been hired by a production company called Stand On Business, the record label. Now this production company is looking for the next big hip-hop superstar. So if you got 2 records that you think is a hit, you can enter this contest. All you got to do is send your 2 radio-ready songs to my email for a submission fee of $15. That don't cost the price of Henny, and that ain't even the price for a fifth of weed, so invest in yourself. The deadline for this contest is Thanksgiving, and the winner will be announced December 1st. Now, Stand On Business Records is willing to invest $100,000 into the winner with the 2 hit records, so treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. Now in today's episode of Scar, we're going to speak on 2 street legends from New York that was cut in prison. Now in jail, inmates don't have guns like they may have in the streets, so the only weapon the inmate usually have is a scalpel, also known as a shank, that's made with sharp objects they get a hold of around the jail, which they call a gun. Now today we're going to talk about Queen Street legend Bangum Smurf and Brooklyn Street legend Boxing Ball, who both was cut behind the wall. This is episode 4 of Scarred, and this is their story. Now, Bangum Smurf is a Queen Street legend from Southside Jamaica who helped start G-Unit and was known to have a reputation to get busy in the streets in his younger days. Now, before leaving G-Unit, Bangum would catch a case for criminal possession of a weapon, a C-class felony, and was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison.
We went and got them grippers. We knew where Worm lived. We caught them on their crib, and we did what we did. We got caught on the getaway.
Now, before Smurf would go to prison, Bangum Smurf and G-Unit would be beefing because Bangum was mad nobody from G-Unit sent him his money he earned from his company he had with 50 Cent called Hollow Point Entertainment so he could bail himself out of jail. Now, supposedly, Smurf owned 17% of Hollow Point Entertainment, which grossed about $2 million.
They bailed me out of jail. They sent me my money. I had my own company, 17% before we even started G-Unit.
Now, being upset that he didn't get his cut so he could bail himself out of jail, things between Bangum Smurf and G-Unit would get crazy in the streets. And according to Bangum Smurf, 50 put some money on his head as well.
Heard in the hood, cause I had that bread on my head. I knew the bread was on my head. The whole hood knew the bread was on my head.
I mean, cause prior to me getting cut in jail, he took a hit on me in the tail. And I wound up seeing him. He wound up coming through the same jail.
Now, supposedly, the guy that was hired to carry out the hit on Bangum Smurf ended up in the same jail with Smurf, so Bangum had him cut while he was playing baseball in the yard. Now, a few days later, after Bangum had the dude cut in his face, he would have some of his people run a Bangum cell and cut his face in retaliation. Bangum Smurf would be released from prison back in 2008 and was deported back to his country of Trinidad. Now, Bangum Smurf is alive and well, and he's doing a countless number of interviews on social media telling his story. Now, Boxing Ball is a Brooklyn legend from East New York. Boxing Ball is well known for all the work he put in the streets and in jail. Ball has been to prison a few number of times for criminal possession of a weapon and even beat a double homicide back in 2004 after returning fire after his best friend was killed, who was the cousin of Stephon Marbury. Now, Boxing Ball, who once was cool with Maino, but their fallout in 1992. Now, according to Boxing Ball, Maino came up to him playing, but he wasn't in the mood to play. Now, according to Boxing Ball, once rapper Maino felt rejected by him, he would then push him. Now, Boxing Ball said he pushed Maino back and slapped him. And after he slapped Maino, Maino ran from him and locked in his cell. Now, supposedly, Maino will come back out his cell and him and Ball be about to get it on. But police will grab Boxing Ball arms, and that's when Maino got a chance to cut him. Now, according to Boxing Ball, after he was cut by Maino, he got a chance to break away from police and chase Maino down, beat him up, and he says he got the best of him, knocking him out, stomping him, and even chipped Maino's front tooth. Now, I believe Boxing Ball is locked up right now as we speak in jail fighting the double homicide that he was arrested for in 2020. So if any new information become available on his situation, I'll definitely give y'all an update. Now, this video wasn't made to glorify violence in jail in the streets, but it's to inform you young boys so you know jail and the streets is not a place you want to be. But anyway, if you're a fan of these old hip-hop stories, tell a friend to tell a friend about my page. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. More content coming, and I'm out. 1.
Mixtapes and DVDs is my era.
Facts.
We did it better.
Yep.
Pelly leathers,
Facts.
ACG boots. We 80s babies and early 90s when it got grimy. I was out of this world, you could not find me unless you check the lobby. Hustling was my hobby. We was lobby boys before Jim Jones. You could catch me at Harlem eating Jim Bones.